Now we have our miner down. This is the next part. Before I place the smelters down, we are going to talk about the node. So I'm just going to lift this up again, and this isn't normal iron node. I'm going to cover this. When I click on the miner tells me that it outputs 60 per minute. Now, if you remember correctly, and I'll go over here and demonstrate, this is an iron smelter, and it needs 30 per minute in, and puts 30 per minute out. So if I'm outputting 60, but I'm only using 30, then 30 is going to waste. This is where splitters come into play. I'm going to put a splitter will take the incoming objects and the resources or whatever they are and split them into 3 or 2, whatever you want to choose. So they are in the logistics menu. Splitter. I'm actually going to put them one over here. Now they have 2 different arrows. You've got the arrow coming in and the 3 arrows for whatever's coming out. Now, if we look here, there is you can rotate the splitter with your mouse wheel. So I'm going to put one here. Let's put it here in the middle of the foundation. And you can see when I'm putting stuff on the foundations, it locks to the foundations. And this is the whole point of foundations, is it makes things align nicely. And now now that I've got another splitter lined up with the previous one, you can see that line that's being created between the 2 of them. That's telling you that it is lined up. So the next thing is there's some lovely clipping there, and we're going to deal with it. What I'm going to do now is, we had the 60 that's coming in. So the first thing is we're going to run a conveyor belt down here to this and to there. Now, conveyor belts run in the direction that you that the machine follows. So this outputs conveyor. The output is that direction. So if I make conveyor belt and bring it outwards, you can see the arrows that are flowing like so. You can also use the mouse wheel to turn the conveyor belt to face the way you want it to go, like so. And then you click. You can then go up and down if you want to with your moving your mouse forwards and backwards, changes the height. It doesn't work at this closeness to the miner, but in other areas it does. Then you click again and it has been made. So then when you connect your next conveyor belt, like so, it will also be running in that direction. And I want it to go towards that one there. So I'm rotating my wheel again. You can see the line is there that's lining stuff up. And I click, and there we go. And then finally we'll connect to the splitter. So this is 60 output. 30 is going to go to a smelter that's here, and another 30 is going to go there. And I want to make it really clear distinction here. These 3 lines indicate inputs. These arrows indicate outputs. Inputs, outputs. There's an output. The back of the miner over there, you can't see it, or the back of the constructor has the 3 lines for the input, the 3 lines for the input. Okay, so now we have our miner that is outputting at 60 per minute. And then we have the first splitter that's going to output and the second one that's going to output. So I open up and I place a smelter down, and you can see there's the line if I move forward a bit, that line, center line disappears. And move back, it reappears. And where you place it on the foundation is up to you. I think I am going to put it here. Now, this is where it gets fun. I now have a line that lines up with the smelter that I'm pulling, that I'm next in parallel to, and also a line that lines up with the next smelter. So I can get some really nice, perfect alignments by following those lines on the ground. Now that I've done that, like so, and like so, we need to obviously select that they are iron ingots, like so. And now the next point is, where do we want to send this to? Now remember, one thing I want to touch on, 60 per minute is what it outputs. Our conveyor belts transport 60 per minute. So we've got 30 coming in, 30 coming out, and 30 coming out. So we can actually put a merger down. And a merger is the opposite of a splitter. You have 3 ins and 1 out. And you can see the arrow pointing that way to the right. And once again, you can rotate the directions. I'm going to send mine to the right. And I'm also going to put another one here. I don't need a merger here. I could have just done a belt all the way to here. But for me, it's actually quite simple to just do this and to do this and to do this, and bang, we now have 60 iron ingots a minute coming out this way. At this point, I'm going to store these into a storage container. And bingo. The last thing to do is connect the power up. And we're going to do that exactly the same as what we did before. And it's nice to have some sort of organization. So I'm using the power line to drag and start another one. And the next one I'm going to put here. And the next one I'm going to put, let's see, I'll line it up with that one there. That one there, that one to there, and then we might just click on to a power pole over there, and everything's running. We're just, the miner's spinning up, and away we go. And that's as simple as it is.